see this over here. Hello, Doc. How are you? We'll be on in a few seconds. I'm just trying to get a couple of things in order, so I don't make no boo boos. Okay. Happy to guys. I'm happy you guys are here. Super. Let's see this over here. Hmm. Good evening, Ed. Good evening. Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to the greatest watch market update show. Ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the watch market update show, I would like to share with you a couple of things that I would like you guys to be aware of. I'm sure many of you are aware of a lot of things, and maybe some of you are not. But to the ones that are not, I'm gonna say a couple of things here that I believe you guys should know. April the 4th, which was on Friday, the Dow Jones dropped 2,200 points. Things are not looking good out there. I know that none of your favorite Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers and channels are going to take out the time to tell you this, but I will because, I believe we should do that. We should let you know what's going on. I really do believe that we should let you know what's going on. And it's not looking good out there, ladies and gentlemen. I keep on telling you that I'll keep on telling you, cash is king. If you have cash, you're the king. You're the king. You dominate the conversation because you have cash. And 2,200 points is not a good thing. Thank you very much, Doc. Thank you very, very much for that beautiful super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Um, I also want to tell you something else that you guys should know. The dollar, our dollar in the United States is on the verge of a major decline. El dólar, the dollar, the United States. I think it's Washington, George Washington is in that dollar, right? That guy. And we might even lose our status as the world's major reserve currency. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, like Kino says, la mierda le va a dar al abanico. I'm gonna translate it to you guys. The shit is gonna hit the fan. I don't think shit is a bad word, so the shit is gonna hit the fan. Kino says, la mierda le va a dar al abanico, and and I believe you guys should know all these things because you guys cannot continue skipping around through life like rabbits. And this is the way these Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers want you. They want you to be dumbed down, dumbed down and don't know nothing, like you guys don't know what's happening, nothing in the world. And things are terrible out there, ladies and gentlemen. Things are real, real bad out there, and this is the reason I'm taking my time on this beautiful evening to talk to you a little bit about this because you guys cannot continue to skip hopping around through life like rabbits. You can't. You can't. The dollar, man, the United States dollar is on the verge of a major decline, and we might even lose our status. as the world's major reserve currency. But check this out, the euro is going to get more stronger than the dollar. So people that want to fly around the world to Europe and all that, it's going to get more expensive. We're upside down, ladies and gentlemen. I know that you guys probably don't want to hear none of this nonsense, but I have to give you this nonsense. Before I give you a watch market update, I got to give you this nonsense. So you can go ahead and say, hey man, over there, at least with Opus, they let us know what's happening in the world, they let us know what's happening. Things are bad out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a couple of dollars, apriétalo, apriétalo. That means tying them up. I mean that. I'm just telling you, you got to be very, very careful. And then another thing I wanted to tell you guys is because I've been telling you and I'll keep on telling you, gold is where you should put your money at. And right now, gold is playing the seesaw. The seesaw game. That you will put yourself in one side of the wood, big wood plank, and the other one on the other side, and you go like that. Seesaw, right? Gold is like this right now. And who knows? Monday morning, tomorrow morning, it might go to $3,400. So don't let that when you see it dropping and like this, don't bug out. It's what it is. It's what it is. And I'm telling you, this is scary because these people are just telling you everything is fine and dandy, and it's not, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. So, your best bet if you want to do some kind of investment, look into gold. It's your safest place to go. It's right now. It's like this, but I'm telling you that it might be any day this week. Next week, it might just go boom and blow up. Because I just finished telling you on Friday, April the 4th, the Dow Jones dropped 2,200 points. 2,200 points. And our dollar is losing steam. Estamos hecho una cochina. And then you guys are out there skip hopping around through life believing these hoodwinks and hucksters and telling you this and telling you that, and you guys are like, yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, you're gonna get a logo. All of you are gonna get a logo. In this channel, we're gonna give you some knowledge, so you sleep a little better tonight on what's happening. You can defend yourself from these flim-flammers out there. All right. So I talked to you already about three things. I talked to you about the Dow Jones. I talked to you about the U.S. dollar. And that the euro is going to get stronger than us. Stronger. It's going to be expensive to go to Europe. And gold is playing the seesaw game with you guys. All right? All right. We got that? That's perfect then. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And you put it to plan. Ladies and gentlemen, there's also some new watches that Rolex and Watches and Wonder introduced, but it was to the mammoths, to the colossal, customers and all that. These are all off catalog watches, and maybe you know about these watches already because you guys, like I'm telling you, you guys are super smart. You guys know everything, but to the ones that don't know it, I have to show it to them because maybe they don't know about this. But I'm going to tell you something. If you do have some big spending power with any of your ADs, you need to look out for these three watches that I'm going to show you. Because these are watches that you can hit, a fantasy five, a lottery, a lotto ticket. You can hit it big with one of these watches. And I'm going to show you these watches so you are aware of these watches. Because the ones they're greasing up already, the ADs to get these watches are all these flim-flammers and hucksters, these Muppet boiler room secondary grade watch market channels and dealers. They're going to start greasing up. But if you have some kind of, spending power and your AD, you can say, hey, I would like, to see if we can get one of these, allocated one of these watches. And the first watch I'm going to show you is a watch that is unbelievable. It's it's a Rolex Daytona. It's a, off catalog. They're calling it the Giraffe Daytona, and this is the watch. This is the watch. They're calling it the Giraffe. You understand? You see it? It's called the Giraffe. So if you have spending power and you have some kind of good relationship with your AD, asking for this watch is going to go for big monster money. All right. The other watch that I'm going to show you is off catalog too, and it's the white gold sapphire. It's an unbelievable watch. This is going to go for heavy, heavy, heavy money. Do I know the numbers? No, I don't know them, but I'll tell you, it's going to go for heavy, disgusting numbers. All right? They're not going to show you this because they don't want you to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, what I'm doing, they're never going to do this with you. They don't want you to see this. They want to get it first to sell it to you, but they don't want to show it to you. But I'm going to show it to you because that's my job, and that's because I'm stupid like that. I'm going to show it to you because I'm stupid like that. And those watches are going to go for big money. So if you have a good rapport with your AD, you can request those watches. Hey man, I want one of those watches, right? And then the other one is the Rose Gold Le Mans. There's the Rose Gold Le Mans. Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you that your favorite Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealer would never, never do this. But I will, because I'm stupid like that. All right? So there they are. If you have a good contact with your AD, look into those watches. That Giraffe one is going to go, it's an Oyster Flex, with a brown chocolate rubber strap that people are going bananas for that watch already. It's unbelievable. So you know what's going on. I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell you regarding what's happening in the world. I don't want to see you, thinking that I'm going to, I'm talking, getting you guys sad or whatever. No, I'm getting you guys smart. So you guys don't blow your money away in stupidities, because this is what they want. They want stupid people, Anyway, we're going to go into the watch market update because that's what you guys pay for. That's what you guys come here for, to watch a watch market update. And I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you now. Let me get a little sip of water, Our first watch is a Vacheron Constantin Overseas Rose Gold. Unbelievable. 41 millimeter. The 4500V. This watch at one moment was over, in that Corona era, it was over $125, $125,000. This watch has a retail price of $60,500. And ladies and gentlemen, this, for some reason, Vacheron cannot hold on to the numbers. It just keeps on dropping. And this has a beautiful blue dial. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and don't pay whatever they tell you. Don't pay for that watch. Don't pay more than $43,000 in dropping. All right, guys? Dropping. The next watch is the Vacheron Constantin Historics Yellow Gold 4200H/222J 37 millimeter. Unbelievable. Retail price is $74,000. And this watch at one moment was up there, but it's not there no more. It's down here now. It's down. And I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that beautiful Historics. Vacheron Constantin, you do whatever you want. It's your money and you do whatever you want. You spend it as you please. I'm here to tell you what, we believe what you should pay. And don't pay for that watch more than $56,000 and dropping. All right? You do whatever you want. It's your money and you do whatever you want. This watch here, to me, I feel like, wow, this watch here, Ed, that I'm going to talk about, Ed, is unbelievable. It's the Vacheron Constantin overseas stainless steel with a blue dial chronograph, 5500 V, stainless steel. This watch at one moment was over $75,000 in the Corona era. In the Corona era, it was over $75,000. It has a retail price of $35,600. And I've been studying this watch for the last 4 months. The way it has been behaving. This is a chrono. This is unbelievable with the most stunning blue dial in the watch industry. And I'm embarrassed to tell you this because, man, you guys should start looking at that watch. Start looking at it. If you like Vacheron, the overseas, start looking at this watch. And this is a 2018 full set. 2000, wow, somebody said 20. Wow, Doc, you're on fire, buddy. I'm going to give you the number now, Doc. You see, Doc just said something right now. This is a smart subscriber. This watch is an unbelievable watch. It's crazy. And I'm going to have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's for you guys. So you guys can go out there and, and do your thing. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in shock. When I tell you this, I'm in shock. Don't pay for this full set, 5500V blue dial chrono. Use slider condition material watch. Unbelievable, man. Don't pay more than $22,000 and it is done. Unbelievable. I mean, I'm just giving it to you. That's right. That's right. Míralo. He's doing it to you. He's showing it to you. I'm telling you, I'm in total shock. $22,000 for Vacheron Constantin overseas chrono with the most beautiful blue dial in the game. Probably the watch market is dead. No hay dinero. There's no money out there. No hay chavo, no hay chelo, no hay plata, no hay pata. Get it through your head. No matter what they keep on giving you these subliminal messages, the watch market is dead. I'm telling you, you would never see that watch 2 years ago. You will never hear that watch being $22,000. You had to cough up 40 G's, $35,000. But $22,000, the retail price of that watch is $35,600 plus your taxes. And it's discontinued. Collector's choice, collector's dream, collector's grade. You know what you like to hear. I'm giving it to you. The collector's choice. What they keep on telling you. When they discontinue, the watch is going to blow up. Look, this one is blowing up to the floor. It's blowing to the floor. $22,000. A $35,600 watch. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Our next watch is a Vacheron Constantin overseas. Unbelievable. White gold. The 4300V 120G B946 with a 41.5 millimeter casing. Skeletonized. Unbelievable, this watch. Monster of a watch. This watch at one moment was over $350,000. $350,000, papi. So you can understand what's happening to us in this country, where the dollar is going. Estamos jodidos, papi. Estamos jodidos. La situación está mala, papá. Está mala. I'm doing this because you need to hold on to your money. You need to hold. This is a watch that it was trading in watch shows for $350,000 all day long, every day. And the retail price of this watch is unbelievable. The retail price is $130,000 plus your taxes. Un reloj brutal. This is a monster watch. A monster watch. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want with your money. If you want to continue maintaining these flim flammers lifestyle, that's up to you. If you want to maintain their red gold fast car, their Louis Vuitton Nike sneakers, their Montclair sweaters, their Supreme hoodies, their sushi dinners, their $17,000 steak dinner, that's up to you because you want to get this. You want to get the logo. You want to get the logo, but that's fine. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay. Don't pay for that beautiful overseas white gold 4300V. You know, skeletonized, blue dial, unbelievable. Don't pay more than $117,000 and you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You know, you do whatever you want with your money. I'm just giving it to you the way it is. You do whatever you want. There's another watch, the Vacheron Constantin, overseas, stainless steel, 4500V, blue dial. You know, a 41 millimeter casing, collector's dream, collector's choice, collector's grade. You know, the word you want to hear, the one they keep on telling you, when the watch discontinues, is going to blow up. It's going to blow up to the ground. This watch has a retail price of $25,000. And it is not one of the hardest watches to allocate from Vacheron Constantin. Believe me, it's probably the second hardest one to get. The 4500V with a beautiful blue dial. Beautiful blue dial. And like I said again, your favorite word. Logo. Logo. Collector's choice. Collector's grade. Collector's dream. Discontinue. $25,000 is the retail price plus your taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. And we're talking about used slider condition material watches in this channel. Don't get that confused. Used slider condition material watches in this channel. And don't pay for that watch, for that 4500V. Don't pay more than $18,000 and done. Do whatever you want. It's your money. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Me and Sweet Kid Kino, we just bring you knowledge. We bring you the truth. What those cockroaches won't dare to tell you, we will. We will tell you because we're stupid just like that. You know? We don't want you guys to continue skip hopping around through life like rabbits. We don't want that. No, 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 no. Nosotros no queremos eso, papi. Nosotros no queremos eso. We don't want that. We're not going to permit that. You know, while I'm here, I'm going to give you all my knowledge. I'm going to give you my blueprints. So they won't saff you. You know what a saff is? Saff. So they won't saff you. So they won't see you as crumb bums. So they won't see you as window lickers, crayon eaters, tomato cans, palmolive dish lickers, cow tippers, possum kickers. That's what they see when they see you. There he comes. There comes the possum kicker, ready to give me away his children's tuition money. I mean, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. And esto es increíble. Esto es increíble. La situación está jodida, muchacho. La situación está jodida, muchacho. Ed, let them know, man. They need your help, Ed. They need your help. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of months ago, a Vacheron Constantin came out, the historic stainless steel with a beautiful blue dial, you know? 37 millimeter watch, you know? Unbelievable looking time machine. This is historics. The 222 4200H. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And this watch has a retail price of $37,187. And it went all the way up. It went all the way up to $75,000. You know, the Muppet Boy in the room. You know, they were hyping it up among each other. You buy it from me, I buy it from you. You buy it from me, I buy it from you. You understand? That's how it works. You understand me? Follow me. You buy it from me for 5,000 more, I buy it back from you for 5,000 more, and the price keeps on getting hyped up, right? But there's no money in the street. There's no more money in the street to do this. No more. There's no more. No more SBA loans. No more PPP loans. No more government grants. No more unemployment checks. No more stimulus checks. Those days are over. You know that guy, that short guy, the Iron Sheik tunic man? He's waiting. You know what he's waiting for? You don't know who the Iron Sheik is? The tunic man? You know, he wears a thing, a hat. You know, the tunic man, the Iron Sheik. You know what he's waiting for? Life is crazy. He's waiting for another Corona beer to come by again. This is what they are waiting for another Corona. You guys don't know what a Corona beer is? If you don't know what a Corona beer is, you Google it. Because I'm not going to tell you. Maybe you should ask, you know, one of my subscribers. They'll probably tell you. I'm not going to tell you. That guy, the Iron Sheik tunic man, you know, Iron Sheik, you know, the little thing in his head. It's unbelievable. He doesn't know what to do, what he must have. Every time I talk to you about the Iron Sheik tunic man, he must have like $300 million in watches. And he's getting this. He's getting this. You know? He's getting this. And he's getting all these different helpers, you know, coming from the UK, coming from the States, come over here to pay Wigman with the pointy shoes, the tight jeans, the orange belt, the pink shirt. You don't know who that guy is? You don't know who to pay Wigman is? He's like 80 years old. He's worth like $400 million. He drives a Ferrari. He's unbelievable, that guy. They don't know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. They don't know what to do. And what am I doing? I'm dropping knowledge so you don't get this. It's unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, you can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. You can't. You just can't. Don't pay. Don't pay for that historics. Don't pay more than $49,000 and $49,000. 49. And the retail is 37 and change. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're thinking of buying Richard Mille watches, they're dead in water. They're dead. I'm not gonna give you no watch market update on Richard Mille today. The Richard Mille watches are dead in water, so be careful. Be very careful. This watch that I'm gonna talk to you about now, last month was at $140,000, $140,000. We're talking about the Patek Philippe stainless steel, $59.90 with the new blue dial. With the new blue dial. Unbelievable, that Patek, you know? Unbelievable. The travel time, you know, Chronos, unbelievable looking time machine with a 40.5 millimeter casing. Retail price $69,640. Last month it was for $140,000, $140,000. $140,000, man. And I'm going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. And it's dropping still. It's dropping. But don't pay for that Patek Philippe Nautilus $59.90 with the new blue dial. Don't pay more. than $118,000 and go! Do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. Here's another Patek Philippe Nautilus, rose gold, 5711 with the brown dial. You know, collector's choice, collector's dream, collector's gray, you know? Discontinue, you know, discontinue watch. This watch, while they were talking that the watch is going to get discontinued, this watch went all the way up. And this is gross, man. It really is gross. People were paying for that watch. They were crazy, you know? Sending the wire. $375,000 because they were telling them that this Patek Philippe rose gold 5711 was going to go to $900,000. And people were paying $375,000 for that watch. Well, it did get discontinued. And it dropped faster than Bill Clinton's pants in an Arkansas farmhouse, ladies and gentlemen. It dropped faster than Billy Boy's pants. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. What a shame. What a shame to all these people. You know, they wish they had that money back today again. They really do. I know people that spend that amount of money and they wish they had their money back again. They don't even want to talk about watches no more. They stopped being collectors after this. They got grossed out. It's what happens, you know. But ladies and gentlemen, this 5711, the retail price is $59,140. And ladies and gentlemen, do yourself a favor and don't pay for that watch more. I mean, you do whatever you want. If you want to continue waiting, you should continue waiting. Because no hay dinero por la calle, papi. There's no money in the street. Don't pay for that watch, ladies and gentlemen. Don't pay more than $129,000 and dropping from $375 to $129. Your collector's dream. Logo. Collector's dream, baby. Collector's dream. Collector's dream. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk to you about another Patek Philippe Complications annual calendar. Chrono, green dial, the 5905/1A. Beautiful watch with a green dial. With a beautiful olive green dial, you know? Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, the retail price of this watch is $64,930. $64,930. And I'm going to have to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. You do whatever you want with your money. It's your money and you spend it as you please. We here at Opusntime, we just try to help you. You know, we have saved thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars from tomato cans. You know, they're recovering, you know, from the addiction of giving their money away to these flim flammers, you know. Recovering tomato cans. We have saved them tens of thousands of dollars. Tens. And this is what we're doing here. We're trying to help you. This is like an addiction, like a junkie. You know a junkie? You know what a junkie is? If you don't know what a junkie is, I'm not going to tell you. You Google it. I'm not going to tell you. But ladies and gentlemen, we have saved from recovering tomato cans tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I have subscribers and friends of mine that have told us that we have saved millions of dollars on recovering tomato cans, you know? And the addiction was too strong. And ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that 5905 stainless steel with a retail price of $64,930. Don't pay more than $47,000 and do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You tell them, Matt. You tell them. You tell them. I'm just trying hard, man. I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard, you know. I mean, you know, it is what it is. When I'm not here no more, you're not gonna have nobody. I can promise you this: that nobody would dare to do what I'm doing. You can ask any of the subscribers right now, they're right now in line. Nobody will do what I'm doing. I'm not selling you a watch. I'm not buying you a watch. I'm not telling you where to buy a watch. And I can do all those things. But I won't do none of them. I'll just tell you what I believe, what you should pay for a watch. Nobody, the day that I stop doing this show, you guys are going to get this logo, but deeper. And deeper hasta que se fue. That was crazy what I said. Unbelievable, but true. I'm telling you, you're not going to have nobody. You know who you're going to have to look at? I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to look at Deputy Boxing Black Eyes, the worst fat bastard. You know? You understand me? The hungry hippo, Mr. Magoo. Unbelievable. You know, the two toddler body brothers selling you raffles. You understand me? Big Pun and Heavy D driving around Rolls Royce, and you guys paying the monthly lease for them. That's right. And what do me and Sweet Kid Kino to me, Joaquin to you get? We get the short end of the stick. But that's how it is. Eso es así, papi. Eso es así. Eso es así. Our next watch is a Patek Philippe. Unbelievable. The Aquanaut. 5168. White gold with a beautiful blue dial. 42 millimeter casing watch. Unbelievable, this watch. This watch at one moment was all the way up. All the way up. And you guys were just giving away your children's tuition money away, you know? Just giving it away like tomato cans. Giving it away. I mean, you guys were like crazy in those shows, you know? You would go to those watch shows and you, here's my money, here, take it all. Take it all. Parecían locas. Locas enfermas, prostitutas, por ser lambones. Lambones. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, don't pay for that 5168 white gold with a blue dial. 42 millimeter. Retail price $50,910. Ladies and gentlemen, don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't pay for that watch. No matter what they tell you. No matter what sketch line they tell you. No matter what fantasy. No matter what MK Ultra they give you to put you to sleep. Don't pay for that watch. And I mean, don't pay for that watch. Don't do it. I mean, don't do it. Don't pay more than $68,000 and you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You know, a few months ago, a watch came out by Tudor, right? By Tudor. But before that watch came out, another one came out, you know, the Tudor Black Bay, you know, Chrono Miss Piggy. The Miss Piggy one, you know, the pink one. And that watch, people lost their rear end. I'm telling you, there's people, they're still recovering. You know, de la mano de tranca que le dieron. You know, they beat them up. They beat them up. 18,000, 19,000. People were just getting bashed, you know, with that watch. With a, you know, Miss Piggy. And then, like everything in life, those people made a killing. You know, and the Watches and Wonder, when they came out to Miss Piggy, they didn't tell nobody that this was, you know, this was just a regular watch. It's not limited edition, none of that stuff. It's just a regular watch. But people went nuts. They thought this was a limited edition watch. And people just gave away their, you know, their school money away. Young kids, you know, they gave it away. And they can't even give that watch away today. But then they came out with another one, a flamingo now, you know, a flamingo one. And when it first came out, It was all the way up to $20,000. $20,000. 20. They want to keep on giving you the logo. You know, the logo. They want to keep on giving it to you. But thank God, you know, that me and Sweet Kikino was spreading the word around. You know, we were spreading the word to help your people out. Hey, man, be careful with your children's tuition school money. You know? And ladies and gentlemen, this watch has a retail price of $5,875. You know, a 41 millimeter casing, the Flamingo, you know, the 79360N, Black Bay, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this, but this watch was all the way up. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. But don't pay for that watch more than $9,700 and okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Listen, nobody is going to give you a watch market update like this show. Nobody. We don't sell raffles. We don't sell sweepstakes. We don't sell watches. We don't buy watches. We just help you out, man. We just help you out. Our next watch is a watch, another one too, that you guys were going bananas. Because you guys go bananas with the word meteorite dial. You know, meteorite dial, this, meteorite dial, that, this, that. You guys go crazy. And Omega jumped in the game of meteorite dials too. Omega, unbelievable that Omega, unbelievable. The Omega Speedmaster, you know, this has a reference so long that it gets me tired. Reference number of that watch is the 304-3043-5206-001 with a 43 millimeter casing. This watch has a retail price of $17,100. There were Muppet Boiler Room secondary grade watch market dealers. They were enticing you. That watch is going to go to $40,000, $45,000, $50,000, you know? And people, they were going, you don't get it, I want it, give me the logo, give me the logo, give me the logo, I'll stand there, give me the logo. You know, we're going crazy. $17,100 is the retail price, ladies and gentlemen. And people were just opening up their, you know, their wire transfer button, you know, and sending the money in. And that watch is dead. That watch is dead. That watch is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Ese reloj está muerto. That watch is dead. Stainless steel Omega, 43 millimeter, $17,100 is the retail price. And ladies and gentlemen, you do yourself a favor. This is a new watch. And if it's not new, you don't want it. You don't want it. But don't pay for that watch more. And I mean, don't pay for that watch more than $13,700 and Dumping! Just letting you know. Be careful. Just be careful. Be careful. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last watch of the evening for you guys. This is a watch that this is for colossals, for mammoths, you know, for, I don't know, dinosaurs. You know, this is an unbelievable watch. This watch has the most beautiful green dial I have seen in an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Unbelievable. And I'm telling you, this is only for heavy hitters. This is platinum. 41 millimeter casing. This is, I call it like cartoon green dial. Lucky Charms green. You know, I don't know, lollipop green, you know, I don't know, lime green. It's an unbelievable green. It's not the normal green that you see, you know, from AP. I'm going to show it to you, not today, but I'm going to show you this green. This green is out of control. And then it has the gold gauges, you know, hour, minutes, and seconds, you know, in gold. It's unbelievable, platinum. And they make 20 units in the world that watch. 20 units. The comps on that watch they were, man, they were disgusting. I don't want to say those numbers because it's like an embarrassment, to be honest. But I'll start with, 600,000, 500,000, 400,000. I didn't want to go all the way up to the melon, to the melon. You know what a melon is? You know what a melon is? Watermelon, you know, up there, unbelievable this watch. 20 units in the world. Watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be colossal mammoth to get this watch. 20 pieces en el mundo, in the world. Reference number 26332PT. Unbelievable. Platinum. You know it, Ed. You know it. You know it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look at right now, because I dare myself, I challenge myself because I'm stupid like that. I go and I look at comps at the other four around the world that they're selling. And they're selling that watch for 300,000, 270, 245, right? And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most beautiful watch to me that AP has. This watch right here. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay. I mean, everything is dropping, papi. Estamos jodidos. Mira, logo con todos ustedes. Logo. Don't pay. I mean, this is a boutique, private edition. They had to take you inside a room and sit you down, and do things to you. I don't know what they do back there when, they have a door, a secret door. They put you in there, over there. And the AP, They put you in there, I don't know what they do to you. I don't know what happens. But there's only 20 of them in the world. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't pay. That's right, the secret logo room, exactly. Don't pay for that watch. You do whatever you want. And we're talking about a full set. Full set. I mean, this is a brand new watch. 20 pieces in the world. Don't pay more. And I mean, don't pay more than $192,000. And watch market is dead, ladies and gentlemen. This is a badass watch. That's all I got to tell you. And I don't like to use those words, but this is a badass watch. Watch market is dead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoy this watch market update. You learned a little bit of something, what's happening out there with, in our country, in the world, with the economy, with our dollar, euro, gold, all that good stuff. Hope you learned something, all right? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our videos. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a private watch group. It's under Juan Nieves, my name. And you'll find there Opusntime and, try to request to join our private group. And like me and Sweet Cake keynotes every week, take care and brush your hair. Good night, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, guys. Thank you very, very much. Have a good night.